Today's episode is inspired from my Self-Care Society class titled Lucky Person Syndrome. And we're going to start with a quote from Elisa Vitti, Woman Code, her book, Perfect Your Cycle, Amplify Your Fertility, Supercharge Your Sex Drive, and Become a Power Source. And she says, I am designed to receive. I expect, attract, seduce, welcome, and make room for love and success in my life. I believe in being supported and inviting abundance. So, I mean, can we all choose to maybe walk into our day today with that as our as our mantra, like believing that? We're going to really lean into this ability to receive and be receptive in our session today. So how does the dictionary define the word receptive? Well, it's defined as, willing to consider or accept new suggestions and ideas. Well, to me, that's not like super sexy. So I also want to look into or lean into rather the definition of what it means to receive. Okay. And that is to be given or presented with or paid something. Okay. So let's talk about receiving from the angle of how we're really going to what I think is the most important here. And this is just the willingness to allow in and create space for all that we desire in this world. And that's the angle we're taking in our session today, okay? So while the definitions aren't really the sexiest I've ever read, I hope you can lean into that. This ability to be willing to receive all that is available to us, okay? So with that, can you close your eyes and just feel what it feels like to be someone who is totally receptive? Someone who is just willing to receive whatever goodness is set out for you, whatever goodness and abundance and juiciness is available to you, okay? Can you notice what you feel in your body when you sit in an energy of receptivity? For me, it's like open, right? It's this, I'm not afraid to be vulnerable, right? I'm opening myself to what's there, what's available, and it feels really good. It feels doing that in a way that feels really safe, which I think is important. So what does it feel like in your body when you're just willing to receive? Can you practice it? Can you stretch this muscle of like, hey, universe, God, whatever it is, whatever you got for me, whatever goodness you've got on the shelf, I am ready to receive it. And I want you to bring that with you today. Okay. So again, whenever you're ready, open your eyes if they were closed and carry this with you. Carry this vibration of receptivity, of being a lucky person with you. All right. So let's talk about this because I love this concept of lucky person syndrome. Now, be honest, on a scale of 1 to 10, how open are you to receiving? To receiving help, miracles, abundance, opportunities, love, kindness, support, and more. This is something I've had to really work on for myself. I'll be honest, as someone who deeply ingrained the belief that I really had to like hustle and struggle to achieve whatever I desired, it's been a challenge. Just believing that everything has to be really earned, like stemming from this belief that I wasn't enough as I was. I think that really got me feeling like, it had to be painful to be earned. And I remember when the lucky girl syndrome started going around the internet, this was like a viral, I think like TikTok thing or whatever. And I just had to smile. It felt really refreshing to hear this playful and really like unapologetic perspective on receiving what you desire and doing that with ease. And of course, we all have different resources and support and opportunities and upbringings that might make us more or less, lucky. But no matter your circumstances, I don't think it ever hurts to believe that good things are coming to you and that you're a lucky person. And I always think of my mom when I'm kind of thinking about this, because my mom is this way about her parking spots. For as long as I can remember, she has brought her lucky girl syndrome on the road when it comes to snagging prime parking. And she actually introduced me to The Secret that, that was kind of like one of the first sort of books or stories on magnetism manifestation that was, I think, kind of mainstream back in the day. So I have her to thank because I love this kind of work. And I think it's really powerful if you can allow yourself and give yourself permission to receive. But just because we can identify with our own luck or good fortune, it also doesn't mean that it's naturally easy for us to receive. So I want to give you a few tips that are going to hopefully help you feel a little bit more lucky and be a little bit more open to receiving. The first tip is to know that your abundance and success and your well being does not take away from someone else's opportunity to experience their own. Okay. There is an infinite amount of goodness to go around, and you embodying it for yourself only gifts others permission and inspiration to do the same. Okay. So think of all the good that can be done in the world when the right people receive and distribute resources. Okay. Number two, make a help list. Get honest and think about all the places in your life that you could use some help or support. If you're like me, like that's a long list, right? And I'm willing to write it because, hey, I'll take whatever help I can get. And I want you to write each statement. You can begin each statement with, I receive help with ... Okay. And communicate with the universe that you are available and you are ready to receive assistance in whatever way you need it, whether that's money, reliable childcare, a job you love, a partner who's a soulmate, maybe clarity for what's next for you. Maybe you just need help getting through the day, like anything else. Okay. Let the universe know, let the world know that you are ready to receive. Okay. Write this list. Number three is clear the clutter that is holding the space that's blocking you from receiving what you desire. Yeah. And I'm not just talking about physical clutter, my friends. Everything you want is available to you. But if there's no space in your life because you're clinging to something old that doesn't serve you, a relationship, a job, whatever, then there's nowhere for the new expansive gifts to enter. Okay. So you have to create the space. So let's practice. Let's practice feeling a little bit more receptive together with some exercises straight from Self-Care Society classes. As always, we will pause to give you a moment to think, but feel free to stop the recording if you need more time to ponder or to write. You'll also hear inspiring examples from our live classes too. You can join us for a full schedule of live and on-demand classes at selfcaresociety.co. All right. So I have 5 exercises for you. The first one is a journaling exercise or a reflection exercise. And it is called I Receive. Okay. So we just talked about this in our tips. I want you to think about or journal using the prompt, I receive, or I'm willing to receive. And you're going to start each new thought with this phrase. Okay. So you're really thinking about all that you are willing to attract and experience and welcome into your brightest life. All right. So for example, I receive clarity about how I wish to move forward and where my energy is best spent. I receive health and vitality in my most energized physical existence. I receive support in all the ways that I struggle to let it in. All right, so give yourself a chance just for a minute or so to think about what you're willing to receive. Okay, what do you want to receive? And can you put it out there that you receive it? You're ready for it. The space is there. You're willing to receive it and you're ready for it to come to you. Elle says, I receive kindness from anyone known or unknown with smiles, compliments, support, opportunities, and I send it all right back into the world. Carrie says, I receive a lifestyle that encourages and manifests vibrancy and joy. Thea says, I am willing to receive help, love, respect, kindness, and adoration. Beautiful. So our next exercise is a gratitude exercise called Gratitude to Come. And I want you to write or think about some statements of future gratitude to manifest what you hope to experience this week. Okay. So you're going to say thank you as if what you desire has already arrived. How's that for receiving, right? As if it's already arrived. Okay. So for example, I said, thank you for a spacious and productive week back after vacation. Thank you for lots of time outdoors and the perfect balance of work and life. Thank you for all the clarity I feel around how I wish to show up in my life and my days, right? So what are you calling in? What do you hope to be saying thankful for? And can you express it from the perspective of it's already arrived? I've already received it. Lori says, thank you for how ease and beauty weaved its way effortlessly through the day. Sherry says, thank you for an amazing week of connection, joy, ease, and flow traveling with my mom and my daughter. So our next exercise is called How to Be Receptive. It's an intentionality exercise. And I want you to think about the ways that you can open yourself up most fully to receive. Okay. So what are some actions that you might take to be even more receptive to all that is available for you? My examples, I said, I can take quiet alone time to meditate and to talk to my higher power. I can leave space in my calendar, in my day, and in my mind. I can get out in nature, and I can consume very little social media. Okay. So just really leaving space to receive and call in all I desire. So what is that for you? What are some things, some little actions you can take to be more willing and more open to receive? Okay. And maybe it's as simple as just asking for what you need. Wendy says, I can have more acceptance and less expectation. Annie says, meaningful connection, belly laughs, thoughtful conversation. Brittany says, visualizing the results before tackling the plan. Oof, so good. So our next exercise is an affirmation exercise called I Am Magnetic. And I want you to write about your magnetism and your ability to receive your desires in a powerful affirmation statement or statements. Okay, so my example, I am absolutely magnetic and I am receiving everything I dream of and more. I am a magnet for miracles. As long as I create space, I can trust that what's meant to be for me will find me. So I hope that one resonates with you too, but give me your best magnetism affirmation. Okay, so what can you tell yourself? What's a statement that will empower you as you think about your own magnetism? Suzanne says, I am a magnet for job offers that are a perfect fit for me. Dee says, I am a magnetic, strong personality and choose to operate from a state of calm assurance instead of worry. Beautiful. All right, our final exercise is a manifestation exercise called Lucky Person Syndrome. And I want you to lean into your very own lucky person syndrome and use the prompt, I'm so lucky I ... to write about or think about a future where all your dreams and everything you dream of happens for you effortlessly. Okay. You can also choose to do this for today specifically or the week ahead or the big picture life vision if that feels good to you. Okay. So for example, I am so lucky I easily found financial freedom and simply do what I love every moment of my life. I am so lucky I have a healthy, conscious, connected family that I love spending time with. I am so lucky I am debt-free and feel incredibly secure. I am so lucky I have the closest relationships and the best friends that expand me, and so on, okay? So again, this is a manifestation exercise. So maybe these things don't actually feel true to you. That's okay. We're calling them in. We're saying, I'm willing to receive them by speaking as if they already exist, okay? So use the prompts, I'm so lucky and see what comes out. And now we have some inspiring shares from Jess and Noelle.
I am so lucky. I'm in a committed partnership with Ryan, a gorgeous, thoughtful man who holds me like no one else. I'm so lucky. I work minimally and live abundantly. I give in so many ways and they each light me up. I am so lucky my body is healthy and able to move. I play soccer regularly and I have so much fun. I am so lucky to live in a beautiful, right sized home with a flourishing veggie garden and citrus trees.
I'm so lucky I'm living in my most expansive life, filled with bigger and bolder things than I had dared to imagine. I'm so very lucky I share my time intentionally with people who enhance my shine and we allow space for each other to grow and bloom.
Mhm.
I am so damn lucky that me, Noelle, have found my own food freedom and feel supported, not constrained by my choices.
Mm.
I am so lucky that abundance finds me each and every day.
Thank you so much, Jess and Noel. Beautiful. Now, for all of you, as you go out into your day today, can you try on your very own lucky person syndrome? What might it be like to approach the remainder of your day believing that you're extra lucky and that so much good is on its way to you? You'll really never know until you try. Thank you so much for joining me today on your morning mindset practice. I hope you're feeling more receptive, and I'd love to have you join us at selfcaresociety.co for a live or on demand class so you can stay consistent with your self care, connect with other like minded people, and continue filling your cup so you can overflow onto the world. We need you. I'll see you next time.